All right, looky here. Got us a nice brand new replacement hose to put on here with my metal jacket back on there. I'm going to keep the temporary one. As you can tell, the size difference is real, but I'm going to keep that one as a spare just in case something ever gets tore off again. I will have it, knock on wood, even though this is metal, I have never ripped a thumb hose off on any of these new machines. So I'm going to get that taken off, and I got some hydraulic fluid to put in here and fill that up. I got some cleaner I'm going to spray on that and see if that'll get some of that oil residue off. Somebody was concerned about the gallon that dumped out over there. I did scoop it up, throw it in the burn pile. So that will burn up, and it did rain yesterday, so I am probably going to try to set that on fire, set that pile on fire and get rid of that. And then I got to go over there and finish clearing that, and I'll just figure out if I'm gonna walk it over here and burn it or just see how the day goes. So let me get the machine going and get that, see if I can get that burning and get rid of that, so I can dig out this mud and everything and lay it up here, and that won't be in the way. Oh, but first we've got to spray a little super clean on this bad boy. Oh, there's just oil everywhere. Just a nice fine spray. Especially the window. Really just concerned about the window right now, because I don't know if you noticed, but you can't see out of it. Let that do its magic, and I got a pump up sprayer with actually it's just got water in it. I brought a jug of degreaser in case this stuff doesn't work, but I think I'm just going to use that as a spray washer. All right, well, let me finish spraying this, and I'm going to spray that off and see if I can see out the window. So there's a nice pile of dry sticks over there, so I grabbed those with the excavator, brought them over here. The wind is blowing that way, so I started on the upwind side of the pile. I'm going to light this and throw a little diesel fuel on it, see if the wind won't take it through that pile. I put it out with this. Well, it started, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some of those branches down on top of it and hopefully it'll take off. It might be a little windy to be burning, but it really just rained a lot yesterday, so if I can get this stuff burnt down fairly quickly, everything should still be nice and wet and safe. We hope. 20 miles an hour, but it should get a good hot spot started and hopefully get rid of that pile today. And I'll work over there in between taking stuff down, and I don't know if I'm going to do another fire over there. I might just bring it over here. I'll just see how the day goes. That's going to burn though. Nice and toasty. Well, I think that's going to take off pretty good. I'm just going to kind of leave it alone. It's not smoking too terribly bad. Heat that up good, and I'll just come back over here. I'm going to go over there and take that big dead tree down and probably bring it over here and throw on the pile. And that'll give this time to burn up a little bit more, and I'll just kind of keep pushing it up as I go, and probably just bring that brush over here. I'll see how much I end up with over there, and then I'll decide. So I'm going to take down this big dead pine tree here now. Hopefully it'll just kind of fall right over. I'm going to drop it that way just because I don't want to risk it possibly hitting my old standpipe. Now I did get that filled with concrete the other day, but I don't want a chance breaking it off when there's no reason to. Let's see what's going to happen with this. Let me just try pushing it first. Make sure no branches are going to fall out of it on me. Alright, I think it'll go over. And the branches start falling. I don't like really pushing over dead trees because they're unpredictable. It's going to go just perfect though. Going to ease it down right beside the pond dam. Here we go. See how brittle that was? Save this because I'm going to try to go out there and grab a couple of them dead trees, and I'm going to lay this down in the mud first. I don't know if I can get all the way out there to that other one, but I'm going to try to get that group of bushes. Fire burning pretty good. All that up and just kind of get rid of that when I get rid of all these roots and everything. Luckily I don't think the pond came up much from that rain. There's a fair amount of rain. It's just as dry as everything was. The ground soaks it up before it can runs off, which is good. The ground needed it. It's getting very dusty out here. All the ponds will fill back up this winter though. Once it cools off and starts raining again like it does every year, everything will fill back up. It just takes time. So I was stacking up the fire and found a good old gum log. It'll That'll probably be a little more durable than that dead pine tree. So I'm gonna try to lay it out here and actually drive on it. I just want to reach those bushes right there. Some soupy stuff. I just think it'll look 10 times better if I can grab this wad of old growth stuff. I don't know what you call it. I'm gonna go get that dead pine tree now and lay it down right here, and I think I can get out far enough to grab the rest of them bushes. I can't get those trees over there. I think I'll have a bad day, regardless if I had mats or not. So all I got to do is just dredge out this cove right here and these edges, so I don't really need to go way out in the pond. I'm just trying to clean that up while I'm here to make it look nicer. Let's see what's gonna happen now. Hoping to get another 10 or 12 feet out there with this. I'm not looking to get stuck either. That's as far as I can go. Look at that big old snapping turtle taking off. So I'm going to, while I got these logs right here, I'm going to actually rake some of this mud back. So when I start dredging this little bit out, because I got to put these logs in the fire to burn them up. That way my mud is already over here where I can reach it. And it's some soupy stuff. Can't swing very far because I got the stump stuck out on that tree. But I think I can reach all that from over here on the bank. Try to slick that up a little bit. It's all going to be way underwater, but get what I can of it. At least get this stick right here. And I'll lay all this up on the bank probably in a day or so. Tomorrow when I come back, I'll have the grading bucket. But I got to get rid of these stumps right here while I got the machine and the fire burning. a bottom in it, but it's just down there about 4 or 5 feet. Just trying to get a little more depth up here. Kind of rake that out a little bit. And go ahead and take this log out, lay it on the fire, because it's going to take a while for all this to burn up. People ask if we have snakes out here. Well, that one wanted to get away before I could really get into the video. But yes, that's just a water snake. Non-poisonous. Unless you're really afraid of them. They may hurt you by giving you a heart attack. But other than that, they don't really hurt anything. We do have some poisonous ones though. And this is where they like to be. Until you get it all cleaned up. Then they like to be way over there. Let's stack up the fire. Pile a bunch of stuff on the fire. On the back side here where I started it, looks like everything is burning up really nice. So I'm gonna take all these burn ends and push them around and get everything kind of condensed. There's a few of those pretty good sized logs in there that probably need to be broken in half so that they're not so long, and stack it up a little tighter and it'll burn a little bit better. So I've gotten everything cleared now, and I'm getting it brought over here to the burn pile to be put on the burn pile. I got a couple more grapplefuls right there, but I'm gonna let this die down a touch before I try to walk through all that smoke and ashes to go over there and get it. Let this do what it's going to do. Got about 3 more hours before I have to leave. Should burn down really good between now and then if I'm not adding a whole lot of anything else to it other than just the material that's already here. Just keep piling it up. So the fire is burning down pretty good. I just went over there about 20 minutes ago and put the rest of this pile that I had right here on there. Got it burning down pretty good. So I'm on the far side now where I came in on. And I'm going to finish clearing this. There's a little cove right there. Get all this cleared out and thrown on the fire. That way it can burn down before I go home. Let's clean this last little bit up. This is all that I have left to take down. Try to pluck the trees out and everything. The weeds, I can just kind of bury them in the mud. Not really going to hurt anything. I don't want to bury all these trees. Trying to get, I might leave that little oak tree right there. Let me see what it looks like when I work around it. Might be a nice little water oak to leave by the pond here. See what it looks like once I get all this stuff here cleared out. A lot of people ask why I'm taking all the trees down. Well, didn't need any on the pond dam, and everything on the far side had been kind of flooded out. Was compromised on dying, and some of it was already starting to fall over into the pond. So just cleaned it up to a clean slate, and just got it where it's a whole lot more manageable and maintainable. There's stumps over here on this side though. Like I said before, this has been logged over here, and stumps were left. This one, but I think I'll leave that little one right there with the caution tape on it. That'll probably grow into a decent little tree. So I can get rid of all these little reeds and mess around it without killing it. Grade out around that a little bit better when I get my cleanup bucket, bring it up here. A grading bucket, whatever you want to call it. Of stumps, but it'll clean this up nice and get it where they can mow around this and maintain it. Hopefully it won't grow up like this again. That's the problem, is when you have all these big stumps in here, you can't bush hog it. Blow this way now, which is fine. If it sends those ashes over the pond, it's not going to hurt anything. See if I can take this, just let that dead one down. Yep, I kind of figured it would just turn into mulch. That might make it to the burn pile. Just have to mix it all in with the brush. So I decided just to take everything over there instead of trying to do another burn pile here. By the time I got it going and had room to, there's just not a lot of room to work here in the area, so it was probably 15 or 20 grappables to track over there, but not the end of the world. Right here, that way I can dig that cove out, throw the mud up right here, and that'll be all of my kind of scope of work. Whoa, there, grab that little maple tree and try to knock over down on me. better. I'm gonna leave all those trees up there, so it'll be half open, half trees, so it'll look nice. It's really starting to open everything up now. I got to finish raking all that crap out. I'm gonna leave that little oak tree. And if you remember, on day one there was a small leak somewhere right back here. There was water squirting up out of the ground way back over there. We feel like it was coming from the pond, not 100% sure. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it today, but I got that old pile of dirt and roots and all that junk that I scraped up that won't burn. I'm going to dig a hole in that hillside. There's some pretty good clay, because I've got to fix these big stump holes when I regrade all this. But what I'm going to do is probably come about right here where this pipe is. I don't want to interfere with that. But I'm going to dig a ditch down. It's not leaking now, so whatever was leaking was somewhere between here and water level. But I'm going to dig a ditch from about right here to probably all the way to about the bucket. And I'll go down probably 2 or 3 feet below the water level. And I'll dig all this crap out and put that good clay back in here and pack it. Best I can figure, it might have been some old trees or something right here. It might have made a little tunnel, might have been a little seam in here. Could not even be coming from the pond. You don't know. It's very tricky when you start finding leaks and stuff like that. But it's not leaking now, so if it's coming from the pond, it's only when the pond's full. So it's one of those kind of tricky ones you don't really know. But I dug a couple scoops out right there, and it does get pretty goopy, so maybe, fingers crossed, that's the case. But if not, really the only thing you can do is take all these trees off and just re-core the whole pond dam. Have to go all the way through here and dig all this out and bring good clay back in here. So I'm gonna try to avoid having to do all that. It's pretty involved little process. But all right, I'm gonna dig a hole right here and get some clay. Just stockpile it right here. And when I dig that out, I need the clay to put right back in it, because most likely it's gonna be pretty goopy and start caving off into it. So when I dig it, I'll dig probably 15-20 feet, throw the clay in there, pack it back in there, and I'll put the grading bucket on at the end and slick all that up. And I got to dig that out, clean up this shoreline, spread the mud up in here, and then take all that out, that shoreline. I'm gonna spread it up there on that field, from that picnic table down and around. So hopefully that'll burn up and get this job wrapped up. So I picked a good spot to dig a hole, because this is the absolute prettiest and the most perfect dirt for a pond dam. Good clay, dry, yet enough moisture left in it to pack. Get that big root out of it. Let's see if I can just kind of dump. There we go. So that'll be perfect to dump back in there. Fill that up, and then whatever's left I can just spread it out right here. And then that'll give me a spot to get rid of all those old sticks and roots. So I don't know how deep I can go before it runs out. The dirt varies a lot out here. Obviously topsoil is on the surface, as it always is. But once you get down digging like this, you'll normally run into like a blue clay. That's just some nasty old stuff, and it'll actually start being a little sandy. But all this is looking good. Actually, if it's a little gumbo, it's not going to hurt anything. That actually is better, because it bonds better. You get a little better compaction, and it seals. Gonna dig a straight down hole and kind of see what I run into. Just gonna pile everything up right here, then I can throw that bad dirt right here and go around it. Looked like I was starting to get out of the good stuff. Let's see what this bucket full looks like. See right there at the teeth, I'm starting to get into that old blue clay. Let's see if it makes it. Yep, starting to see the layers there now. It's gumbo-y though, so see it's sticking to the bucket. Makes it still good dirt. Probably won't dig any deeper because I'm probably about pond level and it's gonna just get groundwater in now and be mushy. Make this out a little wider and then take all that, shove it in there, and go stack the fire up another time or two. And at least the wind's kind of died down, so I don't feel so bad about leaving it now. Need to finish filling the hole up. I can throw mud in here and grade that out. Just keep this all condensed to about a 10 by 10 or 12 by 12 holes. Alright, well, I'm going to keep digging this a little bit bigger, and I'm going to go ahead and go down there and stack the fire up. That way it can burn down some more while I come back over here and finish cleaning this up. Getting everything ready to put the grading bucket on and start digging the pond out. That'll be the next day. Back over here to stack the fire up. Burning up really nicely. This was that humongous oak log that I pulled out of the pond that I couldn't break in half. I was going to see if I could sure that it was burning up okay. But it still won't break. My gracious. There we go. I got her now. Big dead log. I really want to put it up on top, but I think half the pile is going to fall down if I move it. We'll just let that one do what it's going to do right there. Up. I'll probably come back over here about an hour before I leave, push it up one more time, and then just let it calm down and die. So it was a good day today. That's all that's left of the burn pile. It's gonna sit here and burn down. I got it stacked up pretty good. Wind's calmed down, so that should just kind of sit there and simmer down tonight. I got the rest of the pond dam cleared off. That big tree, all the brush moved from over there to over here to be burnt. Dug a hole to bury those roots and junk, and I got enough clay to have a stockpile to fix that section of the pond dam. I'll probably dig another hole, probably back over here into the woods, back in there behind that big tree, to get some dirt when I got to fix where those pipes go through. And all this junk that I rake up, I'll probably just waste it down there. This is the house lot right here, so I don't want to really dig a hole or nothing that may cause a problem for anything else later on. So I'll just let that burn down. There's enough of that mud and dirt and sticks that I can rake up and take it down there and get rid of it. So I got to go fuel this up, and I'm calling it a day.